While I was going on my self-love journey, I told you I couldn't look at myself in the mirror.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us. Today I'm here with Aubree. Aubree, she's a writer and a self-love advocate. Welcome, Aubree.
Thank you. We've been looking forward to this for a while. I'm working on a memoir titled Enough: How I Stopped Searching, Starving, and Striving and Became the Woman of My Dreams, based on my story of me sort of living a lifetime filling my insides with the outsides. And the sort of final straw for me was walking down the aisle to a man I thought he could love me for the both of us. And it goes back to me growing up in Texas and sort of all the addiction and the unavailable men. There's also a video component because while I was going on my self-love journey, I told you I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. So I actually turned to my iPhone and started videotaping myself to show myself I wasn't really that bad.
It's moving day. I'm getting a divorce, so I need a state change. I want to go from resentful and these anger feelings, and I just want to be confident and empowered today.
Did you know that you didn't love yourself?
No, I didn't. I don't think I knew.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, right. I didn't. Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't think I understood. Now that I do love myself and I do value myself and I see what the self-love dictates in my behavior and sort of who I hang around with, the food I put in my body, getting enough sleep, I realized that I didn't love myself before, but I didn't even know it. It was just a normal state for me to be beating myself up. Somewhere along the way, I learned that it was not okay to take up space. Then I started starving, and I started throwing up what I ate and over-exercising because I wanted to take up as little space as possible. I was never good enough for me, so nothing that anyone else did for me, no love felt like it was enough. It just never felt like it was enough. It never was satisfying. I started doing this workout class where it was like crazy high impact cardio paired with these affirmations like, I am powerful beyond measure.
I am stronger than I see. I am greater than I think. I am blessed with all I need.
And then I remember at the end of the first or second class, this woman, Patricia, who's always my spiritual sort of guru, and she just looked at me and she was like, I love you. And I love you. And I just remember how foreign that felt to me. I just started crying. I couldn't take that in. I couldn't feel that. And it's because I didn't love me. So it was like her words were stopping at my vibration because I was not allowing that sort of goodness to come in. But from that moment, I knew that I wanted to let some sort of goodness like that come in. And then I also remember thinking, well, if this is love and this feels good, and then my husband, I was in this marriage that was supposed to be loving. I was like, I'll take this kind of love any day over that kind of love. And that was kind of when I stepped on the journey of discovering self-love and discovering that, in fact, I didn't love myself.
One thing that I did I found that to be very, very powerful. I took pictures of when I was a kid and I projected those pictures up on the wall. And there are so many pictures of me blowing kisses to the camera. I'm like, what happened to her? It's this is me.
Yeah.
And I
no, that's so it's so true. And
then I'm like, that little girl with no filter, no social masks.
Well, and can you imagine ever talking to her with the things that you say, the inner talk? If I were to looking at my little Aubree self to be like, Aubree, your right cheekbone is actually a little too low. I would never speak to a little girl the way that I've spoke to myself. So I think getting in touch with that little girl and learning how to really care for her. And
what would you say to someone that's watching us and is willing to embark on their self-love journey?
Self-acceptance is the first step. And then once you get there, then self-love, the loving part of it just sort of, I don't know, it just sort of takes hold. Some tools or some exercises or homework, if you will, that to get you started is really like do some mirror work, looking at every part of you with like loving, kind eyes. Also meditations or sort of meeting yourself in silence.
Guys, thank you so much for watching us. I'm gonna leave Aubree's link and Instagram and everything on the links down below. Make sure you check her out. And if you like the video, please give it a like and share that with your friends. And we're gonna see each other next week again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, it was so good.